up on his screen saying your tickets have been released, but you are now tied down.
We are just getting set up, so let me turn it round and see.
I sit here on purpose, you know, out the road.
It's not out of the road. Right, let me see what
I
I'm
don't
doing.
think we're all.
No, I don't.
Because I went on literally immediately. Yeah.
Let me go there.
Yeah, I literally got on straight away and I was like, where's the seats? Because there were seats last time. And they went so much quicker than they have done now. Because I could see the seats and they were like disappearing. Yeah.
It's on disappearing.
No, that was last time we.
Oh, last time.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
this time I didn't even see the seats section.
I don't think they were there.
No, I don't
We
think
last year, so we just yeah, we were right behind again. Yeah, we were right behind again.
I was like, say we were behind the goal, but not right behind the goal. It's all. No, it's fine.
Let me move this. This is.
Or in there. Oh, is it? Yeah, the kids have seen.
Yeah, on Friday when I come to the Memorial thing, they took us in there. Nice, isn't it? Brightens it all up. We just need to do it something west.
So it's only taken 15 years.
Yeah.
12 maybe. Johnson's Paint Trophy. I started saying about it in a fans forum after the Johnson's Paint Trophy because they offered us free paint.
Really?
Yeah. Because we'd won.
Yeah.
But I don't think they ever took it up. But
No.
never mind. Old regime.
Yeah.
Actually, the 70 was my first championship.
Oh yeah.
I got an exams there from it, and I did go. I'll never chance to see any
Nice to be back.
championships again. And so
Yeah.
I have, of course, a success.
Yeah. You never know at that time though, do you?
Well, no, I've been going for 15 years.
Yeah.
By then.
Got your half on.
Oh,
It's a good up though.
yeah, I had a thought. It took one through me. I couldn't bring it up at meeting, but I was somewhere, you know, feel. Is it not to have an attendance book for the meetings? It's not that many of us come.
Right.
And I feel like when we've been to meeting, we go home and we don't hear anything more for another month. And, you know, it would it be an idea to have an attendance book with emails and send emails out of what's happened in the meeting or what's come from that? Are you with me?
Yeah.
Is that an idea, or is it not possible or not
It
feasible?
could be possible. Yep. Wave and.
Because we're always the same people, aren't we? You know.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean,
I think I suggested that we had our own Facebook page or social media page where.
Well, that's another thing,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah, but that
Because we haven't got our very own little sort
Yes.
of group.
just with the people that come to the
And
like
there's
a
like,
closed one.
like we have the meeting, there's no feedback going back out.
Yeah.
What's being said.
Only thing we get back is what comes on the website, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then everybody can see that, and everything's whatever, you know. Whereas we already know all that.
Yeah.
You know.
We're waiting that stuff. Yeah, we just see.
And I've fed up with fighting stewards to get in because my season ticket don't work. Have you heard about that?
I know that a lot of people who changed age group
I didn't.
and
I did
did
everything
you have you
told me
moved
to do.
have you moved seat? Have you moved seat?
No.
No.
I've not changed age group, I've not moved seats. I
Right.
did everything I was supposed to do on the internet. Paid me money, obviously, because they've got it,
Yeah.
right? Got to taste on it, it worked. And Jack says, I'll take it off you if you'll.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's the problem, sorting it out.
No.
In fact, it's better now because I'm going to NFC as well.
Yes. I actually, I'm going to email them and ask them for NFC as well because then I guarantee I'll forget my bag or something one day. And
you might have to change your season ticket though to do it because it goes cheaper.
No, you keep your card and everything.
Oh, I
It
haven't
just,
been able to, have
no.
Hello.
Hiya.
I?
Hello.
Hiya.
I mean, I'm assuming Phil's here.
Yeah, next door.
Oh, yes, okay.
Is she asking
Not
about
next
this
door.
divorce? Yeah.
I might have to move back.
We're just waiting for everybody to get here and Phil to get here before we start. So, you're such good drivers, are you, aren't you?
She is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you were listening.
Oh, good grief.
Him.
Oh, signing. Anybody interested in a signing?
Can you pronounce his name?
Canada, pre-contract agreement signed. Malik Awolobi Bellewu. Jeez, my print. Yeah, Malik. January, but he's not going to come until January because their season runs until November, so he's in contract. But because he's international, we can do a pre-contract agreement. Like I think we did it with Owen Doyle was the last one we did it with when he was playing in Scotland, so we managed to get him and
What position is he on?
centre back, left-footed. So
And then he shook hands on them and pulled it off to Wigan or something.
Is he young?
23.
That'll do, ain't it? Yeah.
So yeah.
That's a good one.
Up to Christmas.
Well, that's it. I don't know whether we're going to get anybody up to Christmas or whether we're going to go with what we've got. And fingers crossed with Jamie and Tom as backup. So,
You
yeah,
sure he's not coming to?
yeah. Upon he's 1st of January.
Oh, yeah.
That's good, isn't it? I like that.
He's with Forge FC, Canadian team. Canada Air from Toronto to Chesterfield. Oh. And I assume everybody else has heard about Mike Goodwin stepping down as chairman. So if anybody who's watching online's got any questions or comments to put forward, feel free to do so. And when Phil gets here and we get the meeting started, we can put those out as well. I'm just impressed that it's working straight away today.
So we.
Yeah.
Half 10.
I suppose that means we're getting him for free because his contract will be up.
More chairs at the back there, Mark. Are you back at St. Picture Kid?
I know. He's plugged it in, worked straight up first time, didn't it?
Have you done it wrong?
I listened.
That's not the way to do it.
I know. And we've got an announcement as well.
What about this Canadian
Yeah.
geezer? Well, he's not coming till January, is he?
No, but going to be out of contract, so he'll be coming for free, I would assume.
I don't know. No, there's big money involved. Last talk.
But if he's out of contract, he can't be paying out for it. Well, he's 23.
Yeah, it depends whether they've developed him or not, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Thanks for coming to our first drop-in of the season. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Phil Tooley, and we've got our technical friend, Marcia, who said she plugged it in and it worked first time. So it must be done wrong because he's never done that before. So for those of you who are listening and watching on YouTube, feel free to put your points in and your questions, and we'll deal with those as we go on. So new season, we'll start off with a clean sheet, but before we start taking issues that people have got, many of you will have just been in the East End Concourse looking at the history installation, and of course one of the things that came to the forum, I don't know, whenever year or so ago, 18 months ago, was the club wants us to go in and have a few bevies in the concourse, but you're looking at grey walls and it's a little bit dull. Thanks, Adam. I know what you're going to do. And it's a little bit dull. So those of us on the heritage group got chatting and found out what was potential, and we looked at all the concourses. And I've been talking to people here tonight who've never been in the East End Concourse before, so we all go in our own little bit, don't we? And we've started off in the East Stand, particularly with the timeline, or the history wall, as I should call it now, because the East Stand's got long walls. If you go in the South Stand or the North Stand, the construction methodology is very different. There's a lot of cross battens that have got metal sticking out and pipes and everything along those lines. You couldn't do anything like that in any of the other concourses. None of them are right for it. But we are going to be doing all of the other concourses at some stage with something. We're not going to repeat anything. We've got various ideas that are penciled in stage, not penned in stage yet. And I'm happy to take ideas from people. But the basic ideas that we've got at the moment, which are likely to change, but if you've got the shirt, you're in the best place. In the south stand, we are looking at probably putting up, if you've seen the top 10 player board where there's a photograph and then a bit of a biography about each of the players, we're looking at doing something similar to that. The boards will probably be smaller because the space is different, maybe 3 foot square instead of 4 foot square. And we've penciled in at the moment that it'll probably be the players of the year of the 21st century. So in the south stand, there'll be lots of younger supporters, plenty of older supporters as well. But it'll be people from in 2000, David Reeves won the player of the year, and people like Chris Brandon and Steve Blatherwick, Shane Nicholson, from that sort of era. And then more recently, Armando Dobra, Jack Lester, Tommy Lee, Drew Talbot. So people who are in living memory, who most people have seen a lot of them play, if not all of them. So that's the penciled in idea, and that'll probably be the next thing that we look at doing. So people think that's like that idea. So it's our more recent heroes. I'm a little bit funny in that I like there to be a theme. And sometimes you've got to have something that's factual rather than, when we moved ground, it was, who were the top 10 players to put on a plate or something like that. And I don't know who thought them up, but they wouldn't have been the same top 10 that I'd have put on a plate. But if you've got something like Player of the Year winners, they've been a superstar 1 year, and people have voted for them. So that's one idea. In the North Stand, and this is the least developed idea that we've got, but because that's where the Community Trust have their tickets and bring in lots of first-time people, Keith, the Deputy Chief Executive of the Trust, would like that to show somehow, and we've not worked out what this means, but a more community-based activity. So not quite sure whether it's going to be photographs of people who go to the hospital on Christmas Eve or what, I don't know. But with a community feel, because that's where most of the community people come in. So we don't know what that means, but we know what we want it to say. And then, of course, in the West Stand, there's 2 concourses that split. There's 2, and again, they're quite high and everything, but if you look at the walls, there's all sorts of stuff on the walls that make it difficult to put big installations up, but you can certainly get installations up. In one of those, we're probably going to dedicate to memories of Saltergate. So put photographs and explanations on Saltergate. And that came out of Pete Whiteley, who, and we've got zillions of photographs of Saltergate, but Pete Whiteley just discovered, I don't know if that's the right word, or unearthed, one that instantly, when we saw it, none of us had ever seen it before, was really iconic. And what it was just some random bloke in a shirt and tie, who turns out to be an electrical engineer, standing in the middle of the pitch with all the 4 floodlights on in 1967. So the first test of the floodlights, and it's just an empty Saltergate with one bloke on the pitch, and it's just iconic, terrific, and nobody's ever seen it, and it deserves. So it's a right. Okay, let's possibly put Saltergate in one, and then the other one. I go against what I was just saying about themes. There's some fantastic photographs in the archives, modern and old, that are just that good. You want people to see them. So that might almost just be a photo gallery, with just ones that are so good you've got to see them. If the one from the first league game in 1899 with Herbert Mundy and everybody at Oldham, the first ever match at what became known as Hillsborough, if that wasn't in the East Stand, that type of photograph would be in there because it's so important. But equally, Jay O'Shea celebrating at Burton in 2014 is just as good. So that might be just a mishmash of fantastic photographs that just are too good not to be seen by lots of people. So that's what we're thinking about. Anybody?
How are you going to showcase them, Phil? Is it just for tours, or is it going to be days when obviously people that don't come in East
Yeah.
Ham and that can go and have a look?
Well, the East Stand for now, and I'm not saying it won't happen more. And one of the reasons that we put it in the East Stand, apart from the geography, is we always start tours from this side of the ground. So it's a starting point for a tour, no question about that. And that was always part of our thoughts. Always part of our thoughts. But we are going to, certainly whilst it's new, open up at various times, like we have done tonight. And it was done on a little bit of a.
Put a box for donations.
Yeah, maybe. Or put your card up here against this.
QR. You can have a QR code and
I'll tell you what,
donate via a
Yeah,
QR code.
yeah, you can, yeah.
It's
But when the guide dogs for the blind come round, they certainly that people didn't carry cash, so all the guide dogs had one of them on the collar. So great idea.
Yeah.
So yes, good point. So we are opening up. Let me get this right. Certainly on the Friday night before the Bristol Rovers home game, for a couple of hours. And we might do that on a Friday night before that. We might do some tours in the daytime in the holidays. We need to get our act together sooner rather than later on that. And we're also going to, and this might aid a little bit of congestion at the end of the match. We are, after the Bristol Rovers match, going to open it up and keep the bar open for a little while. So people who maybe have got a car and just want to pass that time of day can go in there and have a look, or supporters whose bus don't go for half an hour can go in and have a look. So Pete's put that out on the Community Trust website today, so I assume he's cleared it with the safety officer. I wouldn't have mentioned it if Pete had to, because you've got to get everybody out before you start getting people in, and the east is the hardest place to get out of because it's that big long. But so things like that, Julie, we're looking at doing stuff like that because it deserves to be seen, and you shouldn't be penalised if you're in the south stand or the north stand or whatever. But yeah, it will form very much so part of the tour. It'll make our story a lot easier to tell when you can point to various things. So yeah, definitely opening the Friday night before the Bristol Rovers match at the next one, and I'll have a word with Pete, and we'll open a couple of days in the school holidays in the daytime, so people who are looking after the kids can come in. Yeah, no question.
So thank you.
Yeah, well, it's been a lot of hard work for a lot of people. So and of course, as soon as you put it up, you spot all the mistakes. Yeah, and you never see the little ones. I'll be very surprised if there's a comma in the wrong place or a full stop in the wrong place. I did notice there was a full stop missing on one of them, where we put the team lineups, and on one I've not put a full stop at the end of the lineup. I blame Stuart for them because he did that.
Oh dear.
But I looked at him.
Might want to check the time.
You never look at headlines. You never look at headlines, do you? And the one 94, 95. I'd written in, it was me that wrote it in, but nobody else who looked at it spotted it. It sort of said Division 3 champions, which of course we went up by the playoffs. So, first time you see that is when it's up. We've had a strip that's come and gone across that. So, and that was before it opened. We managed to get that done in time. And again, on the 96-97 Cup run, we've forgotten to put the results in. There's a great big gap at the bottom that should have the results. Nobody spotted that. Nobody said, "Where's the results on there?" Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Okay. Duh. So hopefully that might be rectified before the Mansfield game. I don't know, but yeah, there's a lot of people done a lot of work, and certainly on the history wall, the timeline, the file that was in was so huge that trying to proofread that was nigh on impossible. You could only see a tiny little bit of it at any one time, so you can look through. I did notice one, which it said about leaving Saltergate in 2008 rather than 2010, so we saw that one. But I don't think I've picked anything else of any note up. Apart from, sometimes we doubled up on a few things. So, there was England winning the World Cup in 1966 was in a couple of times. Oh, we'll swap one of them. We don't need that in twice. So there are a couple that we doubled up on, so that was good. Not errors, but oh right, okay, that's in twice. But it's just designed for people to go and look at for 10 minutes and then come back and look at a different bit for 10 minutes and then come back and look at a different bit for 10 minutes. And you know, at the end of the season, you might have seen half of it, you know. And the other stands, because of their nature, won't have as much to read in that. But it's a smaller area, but they'll have something to brighten it up. And there was a guy from the Football League Trust came. What day did we launch it? Was it a Friday? So he came on a Thursday. So three parts of the things were up, not all of them, but most of them were up. And he looked around it because the league, as we've said in this forum before, they're starting to mark clubs with all sorts of stuff like that, you know, environment for supporters, quite rightly too. And he just looked at it and he just said, yeah, you get this, don't you? And he says, there's probably only you, Chesterfield, and Exeter City probably get it. They were the only two. He said, there's none others get it. They just do a formulaic thing. And I'm not knocking that because it's better than none. But it's just, yeah, you want to remember you won promotion that year. But actually, for me, I'd much rather know that, you know, in 1894, Wash Bannister collided with the post, was carted off to hospital and died. You know, that to me is more than you won a cup. It's about people. So, okay, any ideas other than what I've just mentioned, or do we quite like those ideas? Because if we do quite like the ideas, I'm quite happy, and I'll take that back to the next.
The whole thing's excellent.
Thank you. Yeah.
What about like a fans wall, sort of like where people could send in pictures of the kids with the cups and.
Well, what?
That could maybe be something that's in the community.
Because for my sins, I went to Anfield a couple of months ago, and they've got a champions wall outside, but it's a mosaic. Yeah. And it's all made up of little pictures of fans.
Well, the idea I had similar to that. I picked up in a FA Youth Cup match that Chesterfield played a year or two ago away at Hitchin Town, of all places. And on the side of their little cabin that might have been where they sell the pasties or something, I can't really remember what it was. It was only a small area, half the size of one of those panels there, of the whole panel. And they'd got like paintings of supporters up that were photo likenesses, and everybody was on, like paid 20 quid or something for their face to be on. I thought, well, that's a good idea. I quite like that. So it paid for itself, and there's a permanent reminder of you, and it got the name on whoever it was or something. So, yeah, something like that in the community. So the community one's the one that we've thought through the least so far, but that's a good thing to do. Fans wall, pictures, and everything along those lines. Yes, why not? Why not? If it's a community thing, that's a great idea. Yeah, no question about that.
Well, if anybody has a thought of who we can liaise with.
I think probably send it in to Pete. He's the Pete Whiteley at Chesterfield-FC.co. He's the heritage officer. We have a monthly heritage meeting. So, but if you just see me around, so many of you know my contact details anyway. I'll always pick up on it. Even at Forum if we get through. Yeah, sometimes you do and sometimes you don't. I've had some.
Yeah. Oh, have you?
Yeah, but they've all been dealt with. So
yeah.
We've had some. Yeah. So, but I like the fan idea, and we've got some fantastic photographs of fans. I mean, we're talking about photographs that are too good to miss. It could fall in the Saltergate one. There's a fantastic picture. You might have seen it before. It has seen the light of day, but not often. Of a 1935 or 36 FA Cup match against Aston Villa, and normally when you see crowd photographs from that time, it's all blokes in flat caps. Well, the front couple of rows is all women in woolly hats swigging ale, and it's great. It's absolutely brilliant. It's like, well, that should be there for everybody to see. Just bottles of ale, just swigging this ale, all these fishwives on the front, although I did a lot of fish back in the 1930s in Chesterfield. And it's just like, wow, I've never seen anything like that, because photographs at that time are all blokes in flat caps. And they are. You look at them, they're always blokes in flat caps. A few kids. Well, that's a fantastic photograph that needs a bigger audience, needs people to see it. So, okay, right. We'll open up the floor, but great success for the forum for bring in the ideas about tarting up the concourses. And, Phil Kirk has agreed to, subject to what we present to him, to fund the other 3 concourses. So there you go. So who wants to be first of the season? Nobody. Come on, chicken and chips, surely.
I've been sitting in the old stand and I wondered if we could have the gate open at the end of the match to the right hand side, especially with our friends coming on Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably will open it for that, but I don't see why we can't have it open regular. Because there's quite a few.
Yeah, we've had this before.
Between
Can
the
you remember,
west
Adam?
stand and the north.
Yeah, I know which one you mean.
Yes.
Yeah.
The far side,
Yeah.
the right hand side ones. Yeah,
The
right.
far side,
Yeah.
We normally keep this one shut if North
Yeah.
are not populated because it's all about flow racing. You don't have to have it open and it just creates more of a gap. Next Tuesday, because it starts at 5 o'clock, 7, 8, it will be open. But it's just a safety measure that it's not normally.
Just takes ages to get down.
That's the thing, and they don't. The thing that bugs me is, the flow rates, like, yeah, but convenience for fans as well, and the flow rates are all very well, but like in the West Stand, you've only got one to go out of,
They were built for a
basically.
reason, weren't they? So they should be used. They're not like broke like Saltgate where they couldn't open something. You know what I mean? They didn't put in. So I don't see why they should be open.
It takes ages to get down.
Seems silly.
Yeah.
There's people.
There
There are quite a few people that are not quite, well in that stand,
Yeah.
as we know. And they're having to go all the way through crowd because most sit at that end.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know they will be open on Tuesday, but we're asking for
Yeah, and as Adam said, rightly or wrongly, probably wrongly, if there's only 600 people in the North Stand, you're not going to open it, and then it almost becomes habitual that you don't open it at all. Yeah.
That block it, yeah, but they've got the barriers over on both
It's
sides.
not a steward. It's every gate has to have a steward. Whether if the stand's open, they've got to be steward allocated to that gate, to that stairwell. So it's not a staffing issue. It's just you don't have to open it. The only time, sometimes, if there's somebody in the medical room, they'll open it. So
Yeah.
just because they don't have to open it. So I'll mention it.
How many most of the supporters do area?
1,011 or whatever it is. Or whatever, yeah.
Just that one section?
Yeah.
Well, 1.5 sections, yeah.
Blimey.
Yeah.
East Stand, 10%. Don't
When-
have to give
when
them
will-
any more.
What will have the last League Cup crowd at home that'll be bigger than next Tuesday? What was the last game that will have had a bigger crowd than next Tuesday?
Here or
In the League Cup. Chesterfield home game.
Liverpool. Yeah.
Liverpool 4-1. Yeah, it'll be a bigger crowd than Man City and West Ham because that was capped at about 8,000. We've already sold 8,000 tickets, haven't we? So plus Mansfield as well.
I think
so.
we've got something like 650-ish tickets left.
yeah.
told us 600.
Yeah. So it'll be the biggest crowd since that 4-1 against Liverpool, which was 15,000, which of course we can't get here. But it beggars belief that it's bigger than the Man City and the West Ham crowds in 2006. So which were great nights at Saltergate.
Because everyone else turn up, see, man.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, that Mansfield game. Got a bit of an issue with ticket price.
Oh right.
First time we'll have paid full price for the League Cup first round in many a long year.
Yeah. But the argument will be,
If it got out to breed or
well, it's agreement between the two clubs first and foremost. But the fact, the justification will be we sold 9,000 tickets, which is the highest League Cup crowd since
I think on that
1994.
point,
we sold 3,000 at Derby last year.
Yeah.
But it weren't
Yeah.
20 odd quid, was it?
No, but Derby didn't sell 24,000.
They didn't, but it'll be the young about compared with
Yeah,
Liverpool
yeah.
game, it'll be the dearest we've paid for a League
Yeah,
Cup game.
that's
That's rare. That's rare.
in Southside where I see it's £22 for adults.
Yeah.
And it's £19 for pensioners.
Yeah.
£3. Which is miserable, that's it. Just saying.
Well, the difference is only
Yeah,
£3.
£3. You know, You usually get more than that, don't you?
I don't know. I've no
Well,
idea.
if you do, I don't know about football ground, but everywhere else.
I'm technically at Chesterfield's rating, not a pensioner yet. I am in old money, and I got into Retford United for the first time 2 days after my 65th birthday,
There you go.
and saved a quid.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know what the normal difference is.
W7's also gone
You're
up in
getting more
price.
than £3.
Is it at most other grounds or here? What's our league? Is that the same as our league crowd prices?
I don't know what the league.
Because you've got a season ticket,
You know,
yeah,
season
yeah,
ticket. I don't
absolutely,
pay for the.
yeah.
I'm saying, if it's away ground, it's usually more than £3 difference, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I noticed that W7 is the same price
But
as
how
the
much
East
did it
Stand.
go?
Yeah.
Yeah, only dropped £3 or 20.
W7's usually
Yeah.
cheaper than C6, but now they're having W7 as equivalent for the away fans, so it's the same. So they've put the price up in
Yeah.
W7 so that they can have the price up for the away fans
Yeah.
in Little East now.
Yeah.
I'm all on about same game, same ticket. I have a season ticket. It's cup match. I don't do QR codes and all that.
Yeah.
So you've got to have another ticket, buy a ticket. So you have to pay another
You pay,
£2 on top of
yeah.
that. Why can't they just link it straight to your card? So do that, because you have to click on your card number and start to pay £2 on a ticket.
Don't know. Can you do that? Because it links.
It can't do it on the club card.
Well,
It should be
I
able
had a
to.
strange conversation the other day then, because I've not had emails through, and I kept pressing to resend the email, and I've still not had the email from the Mansfield ticket, which had said I'd print at home. So I went in and they said, well, we've started loading some of them onto season tickets.
Yeah.
I said, well,
Is there some way that you can have a look on your season ticket so you can see whether it's the
printed me a paper one off in case it doesn't work.
Yeah. I'm gonna say because you kept, the season ticket is the same physical piece of card unless you've changed an age group section, isn't it? Or something
I
like
did
that.
it NFC, so
Yeah.
She thought mine had been loaded to the car.
which was really weird because I could do disabled person and carer for the Mansfield game online, yet for any of the friendlies I couldn't do. I had to phone up and do it.
Yeah. Well, clearly they can load it up to a card. Then it's what I don't. Yeah, they might be just learning how to do it en masse. I don't know.
And they're being confident that they've done it. Because you won't be able to
Yes.
read it, would you?
Yeah.
When you come to matches, all you've got is a card.
Yeah. Well, for the Barrow game, there were quite a lot of
Yes, I was.
cars that weren't. Was it an age group change or was
No,
it just?
I've just been saying to Mercy, I went to Chesterfield, I did everything I was told to do. I'm 76 this year, so I've been in pension for 10 years. And I've had the card for the last, 4 years? We've had it, I think, 3 years.
It was a new one
And I
last year.
presented it in work, and he took it up, and he said, oh, we've got 400 of these so far.
Yeah.
And I said, what's wrong? He says, it's something to do with the chip in it.
I know a lot of them were
So
age
anyway,
group
I was in
changes and
Tesco's on
seat
Monday.
change.
You were trying to smuggle chips in, were you?
I rang from Tesco's just to see if they'd done it, and he said, yes, I've done it. And I just went across, and he just said, is it an age change?
Yeah.
And I said, no,
Yeah.
just done what
Because I think most of them were age changes,
Yeah,
weren't they?
age changed or seat
change, yeah.
So-
Which is fine, which is fair enough. I get that.
But it don't matter, because I've now got the season ticket with
Yeah.
the NFC on. So I'm
Yeah.
happy with that.
Yeah.
Whereas I couldn't have
So were you saying you got your Mansfield ticket loaded onto your season
I
ticket
don't know
card?
why it has. I'm going to try it.
You have you?
I'm going
Yeah,
to
I
try
have.
it on Tuesday night, but I opted to print it home, and the email will not come through. Despite me asking to resend, and when I asked what's going on, because I've not had the email to be able to print it.
Have you got
I've
it?
no ticket. She said, I think it's probably been loaded to your season ticket.
Liz, have you got it on your season ticket or NFC?
Season ticket.
On your season. See, it didn't give me the option for season ticket.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, I agree with what it was. How do you know? How do you know it's loaded up? Is it just in good faith? Just good faith.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I know you'll be able to prove you paid for it generally unless you pay cash. But you know, the point that you're making about you know, it's £2 extra to print a piece of paper ticket. Is it not? Oh, it is. Yeah, yeah. I don't think that's a smart idea for me. But I think what it is, it's trying to encourage people not to do it.
Yeah,
That's what it is. Yeah. I.e., then you need to have people physically doling out tickets. No, that's true. I've got a printer, but I want to brick it every time I use it. It's useless.
So I like to pay £2.
Yeah.
Picks you up from there, it's got my name printed on it.
Yeah.
I just want to know why they can't just print straight on the card.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, why don't you tell me that?
I'll
Just do
find
it
out
and you
which
say,
way to get with
I cannot drop you. I'm in the same street.
I'll
I
make
pay
two
£2
tickets as
for
well.
privilege.
I'll make sure I do.
Well, we'll ask that question. Well,
There's been a glitch because when you were season ticket holder and you went to buy a Mansfield ticket, it took me to a separate box on the website. And when you went into that, it kept recycling and telling you to go back to the room. So I mentioned it in the shop. She said it happened on a number of occasions, but she just loaded mine straight onto a season ticket straight away. It took about 10 seconds.
I know they could do that.
well, there you go. We're all learning a bit of something.
And obviously they're not charged £2 for the bit of paper they print stuff and sell what they have for that chap. So
Because I opted to print at home.
So,
But when we get through to next round,
Yeah.
which we haven't done for how many years?
This will be our 13th attempt to get past the first round. 13th consecutive attempt in the League Cup. We haven't got through to the next round since we played West Ham and Man City. That's the last time we got through the first round.
On my season ticket account, if I go on the little person at the top, it tells me that my next game is on Tuesday. But it doesn't say how I've got my ticket. Now, I got an NFC ticket.
Yeah. But it wouldn't say that if it wasn't on it, would it?
But it says that I've got the game. But
I can't see it's telling me that my Cheltenham travel is the next thing showing on my account. So
Yeah.
until I've been to match on Saturday,
Yeah.
it's not gonna take
Yeah.
What's an
That's-
NFC ticket?
Near field contact. So
you
it's
know,
one way you put it up close to something.
like when you pay, if you people pay with the things. with
We've
their
had that in
phone.
here before, Dillis. Listen.
No, it's beyond me, so it's either money.
There we go.
It used to be Northern Freight Consortium years ago.
So it
They had
shows
lorries.
up on my thing, and then I
Yeah.
just go beep and go through.
Since we don't take, I take more trouble with tickets, don't we?
Yeah, if it
can
can
you have some communication to all fans about this? Because we've literally just looked at ours and ours looks like it's ordered season ticket.
Yeah.
And I've printed mine off and wasted ink. So, but they're not letting people know that
Well,
they.
I mean, mine's not, and
but it's showing my.
Well, it's saying
It's-
next game is.
But mine-
it just means that you've bought a ticket.
Oh, so.
It doesn't necessarily
Mean it's
mean
on
that
it.
it's on your season ticket card, because mine's an NFC. So
Yeah.
I didn't do the print at home. I did the NFC, so it's on my phone.
Yeah.
Mine shows-
Well, I'll ask Nick to put some sort of tutorial out again that's a little bit more about folding your piece of paper up.
Honestly, before you decided to call, I was saying to Marcia, if you did an attendance book and had all our emails, people that come to call, would let us know about things like this. Would that not be possible?
Yeah.
You know, just like people
Yeah, I
that
think-
are interested in coming to forum.
I think next time what we'll do, we'll have a little pad. If you want to be kept updated, pad with emails.
Yeah.
Then I'll start sending you spam.
Well, you do anyway. Oh, did
Yeah.
you know that?
I don't know what I send. Yeah, so there's a little bit of learning to be done.
Yeah, I mean, this we're talking about now could be, say, could be sorted out in
Yeah.
a week's time.
Yeah, sure.
Instead of a month.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Do you know how many season tickets have been sold?
About 5,900. Yeah, it was creeping up towards 6,000. So there's been a fair few sales since early bird. It will be, yeah. It will be. And I don't think, Marcia, you might know because you're in the know. I'm not sure if that number counts the 500 season tickets that are given to the community trust to deal with as well. I don't think it does.
I'm not sure, to be fair.
Because when they said they sold 5,300, it didn't include those 500. So I don't know if it's jumped up to 900 because they've added the 500 on or not. I don't know.
I think it includes 500.
You think it includes? So the 5,900 includes the 500. Yeah, right. There you go. So that is, and that's more than last year.
Oh yeah, it was
5,750.
Well, it was
5,750 there.
5,600-ish.
Yeah,
5,657.
You can't play a season, so can you?
Not with four of you together. You
No,
can't.
you can't play a season.
No,
No,
there's
not
not
many.
that many left in the south.
And one of the issues with the Mansfield game that will present itself with a problem, I'm sure Adam and co have thought about this, it'll definitely present itself with a problem on Tuesday night, is nearly all the tickets that are left now are singles. So if there's two of you want to go, somebody's going to sit in the wrong seat.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of you're in my seat scenario on Tuesday. Because, when I look, nearly everything that was left out of the 500 or 600 left, I would say that 3/4 of them were single tickets. So, it's going to...
Stewards will be having an A-day, won't they?
Yeah.
They have no clue anyway.
On the first day, Adam, were most of the stewards people who'd been before? I know they... Yeah, so we've got a degree of continuity, haven't we?
Only a handful of new faces.
Yeah. I mean, I recognise most of them in the area that I'm in as being there before. So that always helps when they've got a bit of experience. Okay, yes, next.
Can I just ask,
Yeah,
have
go
the
on, John.
club been doing sort of due diligence on who's buying tickets for Tuesday?
The answer is I don't know, but I'd be surprised if they haven't. I don't know if Adam knows.
So they have. So what was meant to happen is that no new accounts should have been able to have been produced as soon as they went to the sale. That's not as happened as black and white that I would have liked to. Unfortunately, not like we're playing Exeter, is it? Where you can see that address. There's a lot of Derbyshire-based, Shybrook-based Mansfield fans, so I'm sure there will be a few. It's hard to police steward it.
The fact of the matter, lots of people want to see football at other grounds and just create accounts at other grounds. And you've got them. I've got a number of friends who are all members of Man City because they want to go to the European games, and they're all members of Man City. So if Man City play Chesterfield, they could get tickets in Man City and no problem at all because they've got an account. They exist. So it's easy to do.
In terms of the Mansfield fans, it's actually sold out to their 1,040 before it's even gone to season ticket holders. It's on their point system, so it's genuine fans that go home and away and never miss games. So it's genuine football heads that are actually got genuine tickets.
I mean,
Just to lower it down.
well, that's the good thing as well, isn't it? Having the away fans limited to that amount, it limits what fans are coming. So that they're all season ticket holders. So there's going to be not as much trouble from them because they don't want to lose their season ticket 2 games into the season, 3 games into the season, and get a banning order when they travel all around the country. Yeah, so fingers crossed.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, next up. Any online, Marcia?
Yeah, will there be any changes to the pre-match playlist?
Do you know what? I don't really know what the pre-match playlist was last week. It seemed a little bit different. I don't think I heard Elton John.
I think it sounded the same.
Did it sound the same? Was it? Yeah. Pre-match playlist.
On the subject of
Well-
NFC and QR codes and things, what was this whole QR code thing before the end of the season? And there was a competition to win breakfast with some players or with Yogi or something?
There was a QR code competition. I don't know what the prize was. I don't know who won it. I think somebody was poorly and couldn't make it.
I believe it wasn't actually the club, it was an external company to the club, but I don't know.
It was just, everyone was scanning things and then nothing.
I think it was an EFL thing, wasn't it? I don't think it was good base from the club, wasn't it?
I don't know, but it would be nice to see some sort of announcement to do.
Right, well, we'll ask what happened to that then, because I knew it existed. I've seen the QR codes, but I didn't know what it was. Yeah. Oh, you had to get several, did you? Kick it
Oh
around?
yeah, you had
right.
to get 3
Oh, right.
matches, 2 matches before the end of the season or
Oh, right,
something like that. Season ticket, because I did get an email with one for my season ticket through June-ish at some point. But
Oh, right.
And then you could add it to your wallet, but it didn't do anything.
do anything, yeah.
Just,
All right, okay, we'll find out what happened to that.
Yeah.
And this might have happened when I was on holiday, and I was on holiday for a while in the summer. Have we published the results of the questionnaire?
No, don't think so.
I've not seen them,
I've not seen it.
and I've not really spoken to Paul, so yeah, we need those results. Definitely, we'll push for those. Any more on there, Marcia?
No, that's
the one at the moment. Okay, next up. Yes,
Kindly, those who don't recognise Ryan sort of from hiding, he's part of our CMB. I've asked him to come along tonight because there's a circulating photo going off with the chicken and chips.
Yes.
You've all seen it.
Yes.
Oh, the chicken and chips.
£8 for 2
I'll
nuggets.
say, play nicely. Ryan's come from the goodness of his heart to explain his photo. He's explained it to me. But if anybody's got any concourse grid issues, Ryan will play.
Yeah. I think that's well done, because we've probably all seen the said photo and compared it with the photograph that the club put out initially, which was a big deep basket with 5 pieces of chicken on it. I think. Right. So 4. So what is, when people come up with their hard-earned £8 and they want chicken and chips, what is the portion control answer?
So we have a scoop that goes into the bowl, and then 4 chicken strips on top of that.
So it's a predetermined scoop of chips and 4 pieces of chicken. So what they'd call, do they call them selects at McDonald's these days? These sort of thing, yeah.
Is a southern fried chicken strip.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Any idea when they're going to get back? Because apparently they were in the West Stand for one game, for the Burton game, and then they disappeared. Because I was like, oh, I didn't go to the Burton game, and I went in.
The East Stand wasn't open.
No,
So-
but West Stand.
Yeah. Well, Ryan will tell us what's what.
So the south and the east stand have it right now. If it becomes more successful, then it will go to the west and the north. It won't be going to the Little East for quite a while.
Yes.
But
We're not bothered about away fans.
No, not
It's-
yet.
it's-
Give them a bun and a cup of tea.
Yeah.
So a successful spread. So, Ryan, would that mean if it was successful, we'd have to install another oven, i.e. the current oven, has that got the capacity to do more, or is it just, we're just doing that initially? Yeah, would the current oven be able to do 4 stands?
currently, no, it won't be able to do 4 stands. But well, technically it could, but it would need a lot more manpower, which we don't have right now.
Yes,
So
yes.
It would need
Yes.
more manpower.
So I assume, I don't know, because I've not been and looked, and every time I come into the concourses, the shutters are down. And when I do go into concourse, it's the West Stand, which hasn't got the. So have we had new warming cupboards put in specifically for the chips and the chicken?
We've got 2 new warmers, and we've got 2 new chip stalls.
Yeah. Okay, brilliant. And how did they go on Saturday, the Barrow match? Because that was the first match with Chesterfield fans in the East Stand and the South Stand.
Yeah, well, from my understanding, it went a lot better. South Stand I did a lot more chicken and chips than the East, which I don't think there's any particular reason behind that, because they were cooked in the same oven, everything. Yeah. So that I know of.
They might have been busy reading all the stuff on the wall. And not, it's kick-off time. Let's get in.
But yeah, that I know of. It's been successful our end, and it's all been selling. So
yeah.
Do you know if there's sort of a time frame on if it's successful or just a?
Not really.
No.
It's
and that'll be borne out of pound notes as much as anything, won't it?
It's just literally if we see a lot more people wanting it on the stands,
yeah,
it will be a conversation that will happen.
Yes. And did it? It's one match. Who knows? Did it affect pie sales? Do you sell just as many pies as you normally sell?
Yeah, literally the exact same.
So it was additional revenue.
Yeah, that's we've sold the same amount of pies as we usually do.
Yeah.
Sold.
Which is that's one thing that was said, was that, you know, we don't need to sell anything else because my children.
There was some chicken and chips. Can you bring them? With Ryan's here.
They want some chocolate bringing. But that was one of the things that John said, was that we don't need to sell anything else a couple of years ago, because we sell, everybody wants a pie and a pint. But that's kind of proof that if the pies are still selling and we're selling the chicken and chips as well.
People are just always going to want more and more different things. I mean, as soon as we put out the post about the new chicken and chips, some people were instantly asking about, are you going to be doing curry sauce? Are you going to be doing chili?
Did the
People
nachos go? Were they any good? Because there was nachos and was it cheese sauce on the chips?
I think they sell more on South than they do on East.
Yeah, yeah.
But again, that's just probably a
But
demand thing of what people
stuff
are
just
after.
it was
But people
selling.
have had them like them, yeah.
I tried to pinch him off the bloke next to me. He said, nachos! Yeah, come on. Anybody else know any nachos joke? So, yeah. Sorry. It had to be said. It just had to be said. So, match one, and it's the only match that we can compare with because, of course, none of the friendlies were typical of a league game. It seemed to increase revenue on the two stands where they were available and everything along those lines. And was it the chicken and chips that was more than the chicken hot dogs? Because there were chicken hot dogs and these other things as well, isn't there? So was it the chicken and chips that was numero uno?
I would say that, or just chips by themselves.
Just chips by themselves?
Most, yeah.
So a portion of chips by itself is the same scoop as if they have the, that's a £5.
Yes.
So it's only an extra £3 for 4 chicken strips.
Yeah.
Good value.
Now I wonder
Don't have just the chips.
if they're going to do a lot more on Tuesday night because people will be coming straight from work and maybe just deciding, oh, I'll go and have food from the club. You might be really busy Tuesday night. I would if I could get chips in the West End, I'd be having it.
I think kids will tend to have the chicken and chips rather than a pie.
Well, that's what they live on, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know, that's what they live on.
My son is gutted they're not in the West End. Absolutely gutted.
Not going to change the season
And
ticket
nothing
yet.
was
Then.
put out on social media. They're saying it was only a
No, I know.
That was
So yeah, he's highly disappointed.
So there's meal deals as well.
I can feed yours chips and you put
I'm used to it when he's there.
While we're on food and drink,
Food and drink, yeah, mate.
why has coffee been stopped in 1866
Oh,
land?
don't get me on that one. Don't get me on the 1860. Don't get me on any of the
They
lounges.
tried this last year, or year before, and they've done it again.
Yeah. No coffee in the
But
lounges.
they, surely for a free cup of coffee.
Yes, one of the reasons was people who have got lounge tickets coming at 2 to 3 now. Yes. For those of you who don't know, in the 1866 lounge, there's not been a big change, apart from there's now not coffee available at half time. Before, we could buy it behind the bar.
Oh, you can buy it, yeah.
You can buy it behind the bar. There's a cappuccino machine behind the bar. Yeah. Trouble is, at half time, if 100 people want a cappuccino, it'll take significantly longer than the half time. But in the SBK restaurant, the 3-course meal offering is now has now been marginalised. Not quite sure if you can buy it as a one-off, but
you can buy it as a one-off. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that said, I paid for it. One of the friendlies, they weren't expecting me. They sorted it out really quickly.
Yes, you said, and you told me, yeah.
But they weren't expecting me, so we went up expecting to see a table plan somewhere. Turned up, my phone showed it.
Yeah, last season on average, you tell me if I'm wrong, Ryan, but there were probably 15 or 16 tables for 3-course meals at least, weren't there? I mean, I know you're in the different bit, but it was always full. And towards the end of the season, it was 180, 190 people in the 18, 19 tables. The cost of the meal version went up significantly, and they were moving it towards what had been the offering in 1866, which has gone down very well. It's worked really well in the 1866. So you order on the day, chicken and chips and cheesy chips, which I've still never had any cheesy chips in my life. And on Saturday for the first match, and the first match is never full, don't get me wrong, but there were 5 tables of people sitting down for a 3-course meal, and 15 other tables, of which at 1:45 there was 5, 6, 7 tables with nobody sitting on them. So you're losing the wet sales, you're losing the drink sales from that, because when they're in and they serve the food at 12:30, you're a captive audience. So people are drinking elsewhere before coming into the concourse, into the lounges. it's quite a lot of people that for me who has to go in quite early, being able to order me dinner early and get in. I'm not saying it's not a problem. I'd rather be inconvenienced to be fair, but it's a lot of people think it's taken a bit of specialness out of it. It's not to go in there for your birthday quite as much as it.
It might have just been because it was a friendly, it was a hot day, but it just felt like we sat in a sports bar.
Yeah.
I think they're losing a lot of sponsorship as well. A lot of the big sponsors are not putting the money in logos and doing sponsorship and making it a corporate. That's the corporate side of the football fans, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think there's lots of talk and some of the guys up there, but there's talk of 250, 300,000 pounds could be lost because of this if it doesn't pick up soon.
Yeah.
So it's realistically, what's anybody doing?
And then, as you pointed out to me at the end of the Sheffield United game, when the announcement went you could upgrade for a tenner, which meant that people were going in there paying significantly less than the people who got a season ticket in there. They changed it to 20.
We paid £46, I think, in the BP lounge. It's not food or anything, it's just ticket and the
But that's my issue is that what are you getting for 50 quid?
At the end of the day, that's up to me. If I want to pay 46 quid, sit upstairs and that, then that's fine. But when they then offered it to a season ticket holders
for 10 or
an
less.
extra tenner, it's like, hold on a minute. It's
For the first match of the season, none of us mind towards the end of the season on a Tuesday night against Bromley doing offers and everything like that. But first match of the season, after a lot of people were hacked off with the changes, it just rubbed salt in the wound, didn't it? To a lot of people.
Talking about reserving tables at the batch house and going over there and having the meals and stuff.
And I understand all the issues about national insurance, minimum wage. I get all of those. But my argument is you can go in and have a 2-course meal at Senior Sparks for 20 quid. Okay, make it a 3-course meal, call it 30 quid. 50 quid for a comfy seat, that's £80. 80 times 20 is £1,600. They're charging £2,200 for that package. Whereas if it was 1,600 quid, it'd have still gone up, but it wouldn't have. I mean, you know, Craig. Yeah, the issue wasn't that everybody's trying to make a few quid along the line. None of us have got any problem with that. It was the massive jump that there was in one go. And when you look at what there's stuff that they're advertising for events where 30 quid, 2 or 3 course meal and entertainment for 30 quid. So on a match day when you've got a captive audience.
Since I've started doing it, the amount of stuff that's been withdrawn.
Yeah.
I mean, we used to get a welcome drink, 2 bottles of wine on the table, fudge at half time, just little bits. Tea and coffee. It's just, and everything's gone up. Yeah. And they took half it away as well. Yeah. I mean, they sent me for the Sheffield United game. They sent me a meal choice. There were no starter. Yeah. Oh, sorry, there were a starter, but no choice. Yeah. There was a dessert, but no choice. Yeah. And the 2 choices for the main meal were.
Well, there were no chicken nuggets in the SPK. There were no opportunity to have a dessert. There was no offer. You could have chicken and chips, cheesy chips, or whatever. And
we're going on a corporate table on Tuesday. A friend of ours has got a table, and the meal choice is no starter, sausage and mash or ravioli, and ice cream and cherry, and it's £120 per head. £1,200 per table of 10.
Thing is that the
choices sausage and mash, cod and mash, sausage and mash, and trifle and ice cream, I think, something like that, and nothing else.
car parking's been taken away, hasn't it? And programs.
Though I know they did say that the thing was when people come in on hospitality, they were typically drinking, so they keep the car parking.
But it should be available if you want it.
Agreed. You have to ask for it. Yeah, I agree.
I don't understand this £10 to upgrade into one of lounges. Will this, if you're in COP?
It was only a special thing.
It was a special offer because there weren't many people booked in, and they changed it to £20. They changed it to £20. Quickly changed it to £20.
But they're sitting special seats over at that end there.
Yeah.
The sad thing is that it's absolutely beautiful up there now.
Yeah, the refurb is fantastic.
And the decor,
beautiful.
And nobody going up.
The other problem they've got now, they've got if you look at the season ticket sales for that area, I think there's 46 seats left in that area. So people have paid the cheap one, like most people are. So now, if you sell 8 more tables than that, you're not getting the experience because they're sitting on a plastic seat. Unless they have any cushions out, I don't know.
Yeah.
And don't know where they're going and take 10 minutes to get to the seats.
I'm most disappointed that they didn't talk to enough people before. Make your decisions, fine, but say what the logic is and have people have the opportunity. And I think if it had gone up by half the amount that they put it up, I think they'd have rescued most of the people.
I mean, I'm not a miser, but if they said it's got to go up that much, pay half at the beginning of the season, pay half.
Yeah. Because if there's 2 or 3 or 4 of you going, it's a lot of brass.
Yeah.
But it was the big hike that put a lot of people off, and they probably did start from a lower base. Don't get me wrong. You'll have gone to opposition clubs that cost more than Chesterfield did for less. But we were doing it. We've been doing it that long for a while, and it's gone up. So
they did send an email out, didn't they, originally, and said they were looking at it, and then it just went revert to about £2,200.
Yeah. But say if for mine, just simple maths. If you do 3 courses for 30 quid, comfy seat for 50 quid. I'm not quite sure what a normal season ticket, how many matches you get free. Probably 5 or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
About a quarter of them, is it something like that? 4 or 5? So even with 20 matches, it's 1,600 quid. And I think most people would have paid that.
Yeah.
I think most people would have paid that.
But I think it's the attitude as well from people, hierarchy, whatever you want to call them. And, quite a few of us have been told to stop moaning, and it's like, we're just trying to put our opinion across, and we just want you to come and have a conversation, explain, and try and come up with a plan.
Like you said, they've made such a lovely job of that room.
Oh, it's fantastic.
But it was like when we sat at the Eagle Club at Newbold. It was horrible. You were there, Phil.
Yeah.
It rented, it was ghost town, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Really disappointing.
Yeah.
Well, surely, if they're not going to get people in, they're going to have to have a look at something else.
Oh, I think so. I'd hope so, mate.
If they can't, it's not going to go on.
No, do you know what? I hope they prove us all wrong. And I hope it works really, really well. We've only done it on 1 match, but it didn't work very well on the first match.
The thing is now, it's gone too far, and all the other people that have been hacked off by it and done something else.
I found they might have gone and got season tickets somewhere else or gone somewhere else.
Yeah. Well, you're not going to get that back now this season. It's going to be next season.
No. What I can justify having the prices for the Mansfield game because they've sold all the tickets. They've not sold all the tickets on the pricing and the offering structure. But again, a lot of people. I mean, I was with one of your friends. I'm talking about Stella, and she said, "Oh, well, I'd always go for my birthday there, but I wouldn't really want to do that for me."
We always used to do that, but we're not going to do it now.
Yeah.
There's no marketing for it. They've got a beautiful room, and where's the marketing?
Yeah.
You have somebody wandering around with a camera saying, "Look at our new thing on Facebook." I mean, get it out there.
Yeah, go and get your chicken and chips in here as well as the concourse.
Just them that had done the work, though. That's all.
Oh, so nobody's even marketing.
Yeah, that was probably Marcus did that, was it? I think Marcus did that, was it? Yeah.
Well, pie were nice, mind you.
Well, I ordered a pork pie, and everybody says, "Oh, nobody else has had a starter," so I just had the pie and chips, which was very nice, and I did enjoy it. Don't get me wrong, the food was fine. Not complaining about that.
It was strange being it was all good responses.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
me and Jack sat there like.
But I don't expect Ryan to be able to tell us. He wouldn't, even if he knew, he wouldn't know. But I suspect that the drinks takings were well down in the lounge on Saturday compared to any other 8,223 crowd that there's been. That would be my guess.
Yeah, 'cause we weren't there.
Yeah, that's £2,000. That's two. That's yeah.
No, we ain't going to get the coffee back.
Yeah, we had to sit and look at photographs of Dean in his swimming trunks on holiday. That's I'm not right since I saw them. Yes. Okay. I think we've done food and offerings to death there. Any more? What was the post match like against Barrow with the car park? Was it all right? Were we happy with that? Post match cars not moving. Yeah, we've changed something. You have to go a different way. You have to go that way now, don't we? Which will confuse everybody the first time. Because they used to put the cones up there that you couldn't get around, but you've now got to go that way, haven't you? Oh, right. So and they were there at the end of the match. Ah. So better traffic management at the end. Yeah, that's good. That's good because it was a decent crowd. So we've not had an away match yet, have we? So Cheltenham. Well, did we have any issues at Cheltenham last year? Did we have any issues at Cheltenham? To look at? Yeah, I think that's one with not really a big issue at Cheltenham, is it? And do we know how many we're taking? And what's the capacity? Oh, right. Okay. So if you want to go, you can go. Yeah. And what did we sell? Because of course the next one that's on sale is now Harrogate, which we had plenty of fun and games at last season. 1,000 and a few there. We sold that many last year, didn't we? I know it was later on in the season when it was a bit more on it, but
have we not set anything up this loyalty thing then?
I don't think there's anything set up yet. Whether they're setting something up to start measuring it, Mick, I don't know.
They'll only measure it when the first away season is bought down there.
But we've got data that's been there for a while on this new ticket system, haven't we? So
yeah, but the data from Cheltenham tickets won't be on our system
because it's physical tickets. Is it?
Well, it's through their system.
Of course, it's through them, isn't it? Yeah.
So I spoke to Adam Creech about this.
Yeah, it's through
this
them.
is the problem with it, because we don't have control of all tickets, and I don't think there's any real drive to have control of all tickets because it's an admin, it's a time, it's a bit of work there, it's really time consuming having control of all tickets. So they'd rather Cheltenham have that hassle side of it, but then you don't get the data back, so it's really hard. What a lot of clubs do.
But I'd hazard a guess, and I don't know this, I'd hazard a guess that this afternoon's training was to put things in envelopes for the Harrogate game or whatever.
It does create administration pressures to do it, but you're not catching that by data if you don't do it. So I don't think there's any drive to go points system.
It's electronic.
Yeah. At what point will you start talking to your West, or is it North Yorkshire colleagues, about Harrogate and recounting some of the experiences of last year? No. And we don't want the big steward to be there, do we? The big steward, whoever he was, but everybody knows who he was. So yeah. So good luck if you're going to Harrogate. That was not a great experience for every reason that you can think about. Last
never win.
Free parking for disabled last time.
No, I mean they were in the home section, but I have to say, Sylvia said that the stewards were brilliant at Harrogate. Absolutely brilliant at Harrogate. Yeah, shocking everywhere else. Sylvia says it's some of the best that she's ever had at Harrogate, which was ironic because it was the worst that we'd ever had it in the away section. You parked in the hospital?
Yeah.
We parked in a school, which was quite a way away.
No, just beside the ground.
Oh, right, okay. Have you got your ticket for Cheltenham? Yeah. Because Syl's not got. Simon's lame at the moment. Okay, next up. Anybody for any more?
Lucy was saying that I think she's liaising with some of these away clubs because the problem that springs to mind was Gillingham last year. Brian Smith.
Yeah, I know Brian. Yeah,
didn't go because they were such a long walk.
Yeah, and then they'd be off outside the ground.
Outside the ground, and then similarly, Accrington, we used to be dropped off just by the ground. It was about a quarter of an hour's walk.
Yes.
But there seems to be no information about that.
I suspect Accrington was because of the occasion as much as anything, rather than their norm, because it was the last match of the season. We were taking zillions and everything like that. I suspect there was an element of that, because I think they do normally still let you get off close. But yeah, Gillingham's a worry because there is no close parking or anything, is there? And but that needs to be found out really about Gillingham, because I know people like Brian, you say wouldn't go, would he?
I think she was trying to liaise with the local because there's been one or two other instances of that where people expected to be near and it wasn't.
Yeah. Well, I have to say I've liaised with the supporter liaison officer at Cheltenham because there wasn't anybody named as a disability liaison officer. There wasn't. Well, you've got to have one, but there wasn't one noted down at Cheltenham. I want to call her Charlene, but it isn't Charlene, but it's something like that. And she's been brilliant. Really, 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 really good.
You've had an email today, haven't you, from Cheltenham?
Yeah.
To say that the car parking, a name will be on the list when you go
Yeah.
to the car park.
Yeah. And have you got a blue badge space?
Yeah.
Definitely. Because we've not got a blue badge space, but I said, well, we'll be in early and we'll get just an end bay. And she's gonna put.
Oh yeah, we have, because she had to send it.
Yeah, well, I sent our details, but you said there weren't any left. But I said we'll be in early, so as long as we've got an end bay, it don't matter. We don't need. You just need the space at one side, so an end bay is fine. And she said I'll go out and put a cone on one if I need to, but we'll be there.
It's a biggish car park.
Yeah, it's a decent sized car park. Yeah, whereas Gillingham's, I've not had a car park space at Gillingham for years. Okay, so yeah, Cheltenham, Harrogate. What's after that away? Is it?
Well, I ain't going there.
Right. Okay.
After the
Walsall.
after the experience I had there, not a chance.
You only had them
No,
policemen.
but I had fans fighting around me as I was trying to get through because they let everybody come out all together straight outside where the away fans were.
Yeah.
I nearly got knocked out of my wheelchair.
Ridiculous.
I had to have a police bloke escort me over because they just stood
Yeah, it was
there and
horrible.
weren't doing anything.
Well, the thing is, there won't be as many of us, and there won't be as many of them on this one.
I couldn't believe that they had the home fans where the away coaches were. It's just stupidity.
But they were asking for this bother. They should have seen what happened at Solihull Moors and seen what happened when you have to go begging other people who haven't got football to watch anymore.
Yeah.
Who usually watch Villa or City.
Well, they're having to go at 14-year-olds when there's 2,000 people breaking the law behind the backs on the middle of the
And then
pitch.
you end up with the idiots going, like the one who threw the blooming corn flag at us. Those are the ones that go to these matches.
Yeah.
They've got this and that to do.
It'll be a different environment completely, but it is.
Quite frankly,
John, would you?
I'm not giving them bloody money.
About fixtures generally.
Yeah.
What is the process that EFL go through in terms of the allocation of features?
You assume there's a process there?
Well, that's what I was wondering, because it always seems so ludicrous to me that a fixture of Gillingham Chesterfield
On a
is on a
Tuesday.
Tuesday night with a 180-mile journey there and back for everybody. And for some clubs, it's even worse because I've seen fixtures on Tuesday nights of Exeter away in Northern England and thinking, it just makes me wonder what feedback is listened to from anybody about that kind of difficulty that's created for the people that support football.
Well, they've changed the Bristol Rovers kick-off, so they've got to come up here for 12:30 on Saturday. But it's Sky, but, you know, should that be, you know, and it isn't. I think there's Mansfield play Exeter on it, or they did play Exeter, or they are playing Exeter.
Well, I mean, the thing with anything like that,
Tuesday night fixtures are ridiculous.
I've never subscribed to Sky ever since it started because you could see what was going to happen. Now, that's only my little bit of protest that I could do. But ironically, something like Bristol, I think if you come up on the train, that's probably made it easier to get back. You know, there'll be a lot of people who think, "Oh, great, that's really make it easier to get back." And I'd rather have an earlier kickoff than a later kickoff in most places. But yeah, it's the irregularity. Not that we get that many irregular ones. I mean, just imagine being a top Premier League side.
Didn't we have? Wasn't Gillingham a Tuesday night last?
It's been I've been there on Tuesdays.
It's just like Gillingham and Colchester regularly cropped up.
Yeah, there's night matches.
Yeah, it's absolutely
yeah. Well, they put home and aways that you can't, like Wednesday and United. They don't put together. They put pairs like that. They pair things up. And we might be paired with Derby, you know, because of Derbyshire Constabulary saying don't pair Chesterfield and Derby together.
Well, we are paired, and we've got 3 clashes already this year, so they don't even listen to us.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But will you and your colleagues look to move those, or will they
Notts
accept them?
County.
Next week we had Bristol coming here, and Derby got Coventry. Luckily, both we moved to 12:30 kickoffs, which eases our
Right.
resources. But
Right.
that's one thing that shouldn't happen. When Shrewsbury come in, Sheff Wednesday, if they're still there, they're at Derby, so that's another clash. So You don't listen to us.
Well,
It's a money race.
don't we play Notts County on the same time that Notts Forest has got a home game as well?
Yeah, that won't happen at all, will it? Yeah, when it's like that. But they do have a process, and the fact of the matter is, because there's too many variables, it spits some weird ones out. But yeah, I'm sure the bloke who used to do it manually in 1962 could have made a better job of it than sometimes the computer does. But yeah, just feel for the is it St Austell? Who was it in Cornwall that's come up into the National League South? Truro going up to Carlisle. Yeah, that's yeah. Hey, we've got a doddle, haven't we? Truro away at Hartlepool or Carlisle. That's some trek. And Truro to the nearest club, Torquay or what? Well, Torquay aren't in that division, are they? Probably Forest Green's probably their closest, and Yeovil. It's got to be 130 miles to their nearest one. So yeah, it's a right pain, Gillingham. The only bonus with that is you'll see it in the dark, and it's a nicer place to see in the dark than it is in the day.
It was a Saturday last.
I think return game went Tuesday.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm not bothered about that.
It should have been a Saturday evening.
Yeah, it was.
We called it off.
Yeah.
We've got no players.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of players busy.
Yeah. Okay, any more?
Someone said, any more thoughts on halftime entertainment, as Dean Mansell is dying to know?
I believe the biggest issue with
It's Mr. Cook.
with is exactly that, protection of the pitch. I don't think the manager's keen on anything like that happening. So I'll note it down, but I think that's a limited chance of happening, which is a real pity. Did we have inflatable goals and all sorts of
Yeah, because the winner got announced at half time.
Yeah, we had all of that.
Yeah.
And was the fan zone quite busy?
Yeah.
Really busy. Busiest you've seen it? Yeah. Nice day, man. Half decent day.
There was there's a write-up by a groundhopper that he researches everywhere he goes by the look of it.
Yeah.
And it was quite interesting, and he ended up going there as well. It was really nice.
Yeah, you beat me to it. You beat me to it, Julie. Probably, you were there till 5 to 3, were you? Well, that's good to see that going, and and despite the issue of the season tickets, everybody got in okay. There was no late arrivals or anything that we. I think first game, most people are smart and come in earlier because of the potential issues.
I was quite late going here, and I still see them having problems with these printed tickets.
Oh, not knowing how to fold them up, sticking them in the old.
Some steward got loads of stuff. He said, "Oh, I'll sort it out."
Yeah.
Just ripped the stuff off, and he was flashing them at the machine.
Yeah.
And they were going in.
Yeah.
And that went on all season last season.
Well, as we've said in here before, the people with printed tickets are often people who are here on the first visit or don't know the routines as much as anything. That's not always the case, but it does tend to.
I would like to ask Lucy if she'd have been here about the televisions on concourse and adverts that are on.
Yeah.
Game I come to last season, I think it was Bradford's, come to one anyway. Bradford go down at half time, and I'm watching adverts go through, advertising events that have already taken place.
Yeah.
And I know somebody who's been sponsors around, and they've got adverts from previous match sponsors on television stream because they were sponsored last week. And they were just running out adverts. They were running out adverts. They were advertising the spring fair that already took.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just not doing the job right for me.
Yeah, it does seem a bit basic.
Don't look very good.
Because we've got the posters better now, haven't we? The posters tend to be more up to date. The little A4 posters in the toilets and everything, they tend to be more up to date. There you go. And very nice new toilets in the lounges. Very nice new toilets in the. And we and in terms of asking, they've certainly asked me and Sylvia and Zoe about the refurb of the accessible toilets, because they showed a picture of what they thought it looked like, and I pointed out 10 or 12 things that it could do better. But if you don't see it, you don't see it, So yeah. And a lot of it was just basic stuff to when you use a wheelchair or if you've got mobility issues, and it happens in the normal toilets that they've got the sink on one side and the dryer on the other. Now, if you're in a wheelchair, that means your hands are wet. You've got to actually then use your wheelchair wheels to get across. You might be dripping stuff on the floor. Then people who come in who are walking ambulant might slip on the stuff because you've got to go all the way across to dry your hands. Now, yeah. And you just, people don't think about it. You're fitting it in, and it's like, well, if you're going to do it there. And they got a mirror behind, but it came down to a level that was higher than a person sitting in a wheelchair could see it. Yeah. So, well, just lower it down. Just have it lower. Yeah.
Or a bigger mirror.
Yeah. Well,
did they have a full length one for people with the stomers and stuff?
Well, in the accessible toilets on the corners of the ground, we've now got stainless steel sheets on all the doors which act as a mirror.
Yeah.
And do a job, but and we've got coat hooks in every one now.
Yeah.
But I don't think we've got shelves in them.
No.
But
that needs to be sorted out.
Yeah. I've not checked.
No.
But the last time I looked, there weren't shelves in. But all the other things, the mirrors.
Oh yeah,
and the coat hooks have been done.
And the coat hooks are on the women's toilets, definitely. Yeah, so that they had somewhere that wasn't the top of a toilet to put their clothes on or whatever stuff.
Yeah.
On.
Yeah. And
I'm a bit thick on this, but these stomers.
Yeah.
How often do you need to change a stomer? Can't you wait for 90 minutes?
Well, it depends. How many people can't wait 30 minutes before they're going for a blooming?
No, I just don't understand.
But
it
depends on.
You only need to empty, really.
Yeah.
And they're changed every maybe. It depends on the site. My mum's got one.
So
she has it changed every couple of days, 3 days. But when she goes to the toilet, she just empties it.
Yeah. That's generally what they do. Yeah.
I thought that's how it worked.
But some people say they've got.
Yeah, I mean,
but the mirror element is I get the mirror element.
Supposedly adhesive doesn't stick around the stoma properly. They might need to change the bag completely.
Yeah, I get the mirror element. That's about dignity, because sometimes you can't tell that your bag's hanging out your shirt or something like that, or down your trouser leg.
And to be able to see, because if you're bending over, you can be folding over.
So I get that. Yeah,
you need to sort of be able to. That's level. Well, if the problem is that if you get it not quite right, sometimes then you get leaks and then you get problems.
You're very explicit,
Well, if there's leaks, that's why they need to be in there.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Because they need to change clothes.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, yeah. Okay. Are we done?
Can I just make just one small point, Richard? On away travel, who's the best person for people to liaise with in the office?
Well, we were told last year the shop. It was a generic the shop. Oh, is it not now? Oh, right. Okay.
It's Liz Smith and
So it's you.
Well, usually, it's usually me.
Oh, nobody said anything, have they? Because it was.
Well, this is it.
And do people know how to get in touch with you to ask the question? Yeah. So, Rob, well, I wouldn't know how to get in contact with you if I was going on a bus for that. Yeah, no, but it was just, it's, if you're going on for the first time, people wouldn't know. I mean, regular travellers will know, but first-time travellers won't. Yeah, and it does seem as though they're now starting to put the tickets and the travel it seems a little bit closer. That's something we talked about in here, wasn't it, before? That when you put one out, put the other out, or whatever, put it out a bit more in advance. That seems to be happening.
Well, sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Because
Are we sold out for Cheltenham?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think we've got a few empty seats on bus 2. I think.
Oh, there's 2 buses. So, right, okay. Lovely.
At the back end of last season, it was getting like those extra buses on it.
Yeah.
Barrow, Tranmere, those 2 were coming out.
Yeah. Yeah, and has Paul got one going on Saturday? Or? Are you minibusing it down, Dean? Are you minibusing it now?
No,
it's up the road.
Oh, oh dear me.
Our first one will be Walsall.
Oh. Can't be off the road with no windscreen in that one then.
Oh, good God. I'm definitely not going.
What was that?
England play at Villa Park.
On that day? Are they?
It'll be on TV. It's okay. I'm happy. It's international break. Not a problem. Saves me. Yeah. International break.
Is that 5 o'clock kickoff then? 5 o'clock England, is it?
Well,
Do you know?
I would assume.
Is it 5 o'clock England or 5:15 or whatever? Tea time kickoff, yeah. So they'll be in when we're coming back. Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah. Okay. Okay, are we done? Thank you very. Oh, we're going.
Did Chesterfield as a club kickbacks for the pitching wage and the whole Accrington? Were there any comebacks?
I think people have seen it was in. People seen it was done in the right manner. I know there's wrong manners, but the right manner. But yeah, good. Yeah, but we don't want any more.
And I've got one of the. Has clubs do? Do you think clubs done away with having an open day? We got rid of that. We can all fancy do take loans as an event.
It would be good if they could do an open day during the summer holidays, wouldn't it? You know, open training session on the pitch.
They've had them before.
Yeah, well, that's when we find.
No.
But we're a club. It's not just about Mr. Cook, is it, all the time?
No.
It should be, we're a community club.
It's up there, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but we haven't had an open day for 3 years, 4 years.
But it doesn't, time-wise, it's not suited.
No, but could have an open training session.
Well, there was talk about being able to go up to the training ground.
Walk up, yeah. Good luck, guys. I'll sell you a key. Okay, we really are done now. We can. We'll not. So, how many had online?
25. 26, in fact. Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming. We will be, as usual, first Thursday of the month.
Dates like you said last season.
What?
Well, last season it was going to be different days and different times.
Yeah, not.
Oh, that might have been the one I was doing when I was on holiday then.
Sorry.
We're on about a pre-match one Wednesday.